If you guys are in town, Festival of Fights.
Festival Fight's coming soon.
Oh, can we talk about that a little bit? Or I don't even know when this is gonna come out. If before,
That's a good question.
does it come out before or after festival?
It's probably Welcome everybody again to another episode of In the Lab, Season 3, whatever episode this is. Thank you guys for coming in back again for another episode, listening either on Spotify or watching on YouTube. I have a great guest here for me today, a great person who's part of the community who does so much in terms of, well, the main reason why we go to tournaments in general. Without them, without him, and without technically me as well, you wouldn't have anything to compete at, right? Basically. So right now I have the person who's leader of GLS, OMF Gaming, the GOAT, the legend, the TO. Right now I have TOGO. How you doing,
Hey,
TOGO? Thanks for tuning in.
cheers!
Hey, thanks for coming through.
Thank you
I
for
really
having
do.
me, man.
Oh, my pleasure.
I'm honored to be on the podcast.
Well, I'm honored that you took the time to really come on down in the lab and let's talk about Smash, TOing, more about yourself, and let's have a good time. You already know what it be, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing, Gio? What are the vibes? What are the vibes?
Um, you already know we cracked this open. Cracked it open for at least. I don't usually drink on a Tuesday, but
Hey, man. Yeah, something you got kicked back,
yep.
right?
We
From
got we
work.
got to bring out the old school Arcade Wednesday vibes and the GLS
Woo!
vibes.
She bringing
'Cause that's where
merging two
yep.
worlds together right there. That's how it be. We're definitely gonna talk about that. If y'all don't know, TOGO been TOing for a good while,
Cool
different
minute.
parts. Cool minutes before COVID and after COVID. You already know what it
Yep.
be. But like, what's your official tag in the scene? You Geo, you know all that. But like, what's your official
Um.
tag?
Uh. I honestly started DJing, so
Mm-hmm.
technically it's DJ Geo. I used
Mm-hmm.
to run that tag when I would enter tournaments
Mm-hmm.
as DJ Geo, but as time goes on, I used to run Arcade Wednesday, and then since that's no longer it, um,
Yeah,
either OMFG or just TOGO.
I respect that definitely. I've seen you answer as
It's funny
OMG
because
sometimes. Yeah,
well, because I am a TO, and in Spanish, TO means uncle,
that's
and so
hey, bro.
yeah, so
Oh
it happened to
shit.
be the I guess abbreviation for TO is or for tournament organizer is
Hmm.
TO.
Yeah.
So
Hey, man,
it's
I didn't think of
it,
that.
I kind of like ran with that, but we'll see.
I'm not gonna
I
lie,
used
that's
to
pretty fire.
I used to run, but back in the day when I used to play like first person shooters and stuff, it used to
Mhm.
be Vallarta.
But
It was like my it was a supermarket. It was the name of a supermarket I used to work at when my first job.
oh yeah, gosh
Yeah.
dang, dude, damn. What first person game did you play?
It was started with Counter Strike for
Counter
sure,
Strike, man. Counter Strike. I never played that, but I heard it's pretty fun.
or like in LAN parties when LAN
Mhm.
was a thing before internet. That was Counter Strike was the game.
Are you a compet? Like, you obviously we know you as a TL, but would you consider yourself like a competitor as well in Smash at all, or maybe a little bit?
Uh, I kind of dabbled in it a little bit, just
Hmm.
to kind of get my feet wet because I never really went to compete to like actually win
Hmm.
because I'm not I know the over the years I've learned the game and stuff, but like I've never put the time in to like
Yeah,
actually do a combo or something. But
yeah,
I enter tournaments from here and there.
yeah. It's just
Mostly,
for fun. Yeah.
yeah, mostly just to kind of I guess check out other tournaments and see
Hmm.
how things are run and see it from the perspective of
Competitor.
of a player.
Yeah, definitely. I know I've seen you
Yeah.
enter like two frame, for example. I remember you entered some of those. You went to some in, I believe, in like Fullerton or one
We
places
went, yes,
with
some in
Roswell and Clef, right?
LA.
Roswell and
Yeah.
Clef. Yeah. Which one was that one?
Uh, it was it Make That Cheddar?
I think it was Make That Cheddar or something, but I remember Clef got first, I believe, right? You're
Yeah.
pretty dominant at that
Yeah.
that run. Now,
Razzle and Kless took first and second, and nobody was happy that day.
Man, I
we
wouldn't
we
doubt
we
it.
we legit invaded.
You invaded and conquered, and they did the same
Yeah.
to us at GLS. Besides the point, but for real, for real. So, speaking from a competitor and a TO in general, how long have you played? How long have you been playing Smash in general? Like, were you like a
I've
64 kid or?
for me it was I was a Nintendo kid, so
Mm.
I'm old as shit. So I started with NES controller when I was 2. And
Yeah,
the rest is
man.
history.
Oh,
But
like man,
yeah, I've been with Smash since 64 days.
man. And do you remember when you first played Smash 64? Were you like you go to the store and get it, or yeah, family who had it already
It
and you played
was
with
it was
them?
it was Christmas. Everybody
Christmas.
got the 64 on Christmas with the Mario and the Smash
Oh
and
dang, dude.
GoldenEye.
And
Cause I think
GoldenEye,
back
bro.
because I think back then it came with Mario and GoldenEye, and
Mhm.
then Smash was the game to play.
Yeah, yeah, definitely Mario. Mario 64 was definitely the game it came with.
Hmm.
And my last guess, where we're just talking about how they started from the beginning with Smash 2, with like 64, and how they went to how their story went was that they went to Toys R Us and their family got them Smash there and they played it the
Hmm.
shit out of it, and then they went to Melee and Brawl and so on, the rest is history. But
Yeah,
always like hearing like how they started because really that's where our enjoyment of the game now comes from. It's not just
yeah,
like it's not just from like, oh, I started playing Ultimate and I thought it was dope. Although some people might be like that. In most cases, it might be like I've been playing 64 or Melee and I grew up with it. And I love this
yeah.
and I want to keep doing it. I'm a similar way. I didn't go buy 64 at like or a store or for Christmas. I actually went to Getaway, but I got it from Swap Meet. You already know what it be,
Hmm.
on freaking Djangis, bro. Like that's
Yep.
when my family found it, and we're like, yeah, let's get it. That's
And the
how we got it.
pulgas.
But
Yep.
you already know getting those bargains. Um, yeah, but it's
back when the fucking games were like $1 a piece, and now you can't find those shits for less than 50.
man, for real. You even go to a freaking Swap Meet and you meet those people who know their prices, and they're like, yeah,
Yeah, you ain't getting that shit for cheap.
for real. Unless you're lucky, you get somebody who just wants to get rid of it and they don't know, and you're like,
Fucking
yes.
stickers all ripped off and shit, and they're like $50.
And you're like,
You don't even know what game it is. They're like
for real.
$50.
Bro, this
I
for real.
promise you, it's Smash.
Yeah, like shit, man. You freaking buy it, you turn it on, it's freaking like NHL hockey game or some shit like that. Like yeah, some freaking Madden back. I don't know. Like man, I don't know. When did you get introduced to the concept of like competitive Smash? When did you find out that was a thing?
So it wasn't until maybe college
Mm-hmm.
when I went to college. I ended up bringing up my 64,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how I lived in a dorm, so like you bust up the 64, everybody wants to be in your lounge. You be like, oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, I got next. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
the best in wherever, because like in college you're meeting like people from different places of the U.S.
Yeah.
and
Yep.
around the world.
Yeah.
And so like people were like, "Oh, you play Smash? Like, I'm the best at this." And that's when you get the competitive, because like if you just play at home with family, it's not
It's
it's
not
one
really.
thing, but
It's like
when you go
casual.
out,
Yeah.
yeah, you learn like what your brothers and sisters do and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
they be mashing buttons and stuff. But it's not until you go out to the real world and start playing people that you've never played or that don't live in your immediate household.
Yep.
That's where
That's what you find out. The
That's when you
reality.
find out you ain't good at this shit.
Yeah, man. You think like I'm the best in my family. What's up?
Yeah,
You go out to a local, you go
that's it.
O2, and you're like, hey man, I'm kind of cheeks though. Like, you've seen people like
Yeah, we get
that.
a mixture of people that are like either come from competitive backgrounds or
Hmm.
kind of more casual, like, oh, like I'm just here to have fun and
Yeah,
just like share a common interest with
yeah,
people,
definitely. Yeah,
because
yeah,
there really isn't
yeah.
versus like I guess with like fighters, there really isn't like a place where people are gonna be
Hmm.
unless you go to like tournaments and stuff. Because like you can go to arcade and play any fighter, but you're not guaranteed somebody else is gonna come up and be like, "Oh, you want to play some matches?" And
Yeah, I know that was the thing back then too.
yeah,
Back then when there wasn't really much home consoles and stuff like that, and arcades was the way you play, like Marvel's Capcom 2 or like Tekken or Mortal Kombat.
yeah. But
People
that
would fiend that.
Yeah, and like you put the quarter on the cabinet and wait your turn.
On my next turn.
Yeah, but nowadays there isn't that many arcades out, so like you don't get that uh competitiveness any
Yeah.
like you can't find that unless you go start looking for tournaments.
Yeah. Back then arcades are today's tournaments or locals now basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
And
Cause
by the way, if you go to Game Labs, y'all, there's an arcade there too. I'm just
oh yeah,
saying.
oh shit, for real? I didn't
Yeah,
know
no, no, I got you,
that.
dog. Yeah, you should go there sometime, man. It's freaking
Oh,
dope, though.
yeah.
When you went to college, what did you study in college?
Computer science.
Computer science. And did you come out with your bachelor's or?
Uh, I started doing other things.
Hey, no, no, that's all good. I don't mean to. I don't mean to
Stay in
like judge or
school.
anything. I don't mean to judge or anything. I'm just saying. I'm just curious
No,
because you know.
well, all that stuff was kind of interesting. Like, I am grateful for going to college. I did learn a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time,
But it wasn't for you, right? Was it?
it wasn't for me. But everything ended up working out, and then it was
Mm-hmm.
more of like
The
there's
introduction.
something there. It was kind of like the seed that
Mm-hmm.
got planted, and then
So,
it wouldn't that shit wouldn't come out till later when
what was the turning point?
I guess it was when I started Arcade Wednesdays.
Arcade Wednesdays. That's
And
definitely yeah.
I guess the whole thing was to, because like I said, there's no arcades and or anything like out here before.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's this amazing arcade called Game Lab
Mm-hmm.
in downtown Riverside.
We're gonna keep saying it. I
but
better go.
but 10 when did Arcade Wednesday start? It was like
Man,
10.
shoot. Well, I know is I got introduced to Arcade Wednesdays like Smash 4. Is that when it started in Smash 4 or before?
We started. I want to say like the beginning of Smash
Smash
4,
4,
cause
right? So
yeah,
probably like 20, in my opinion, probably like 2015, 2016, I would say.
yeah.
I
So
started competitive Smash in 2016 myself, and that's why I've started knew about
I
um,
believe Arcade
Arcade
Wednesday
Wednesday.
started 2014.
14 probably, yeah. That makes the most
Yeah.
sense, yeah. So, um, were you like a competitor first to TO? Were you like TO first? Which one came first?
Um, I was neither actually. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really looking for tournament play
Mm-hmm.
per se. I was more looking like of an environment to share a common interest, which was for me it was video games.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, there really isn't there wasn't at the time anything out where you can go and play video games and hang out with your friends.
Ah,
Like you always
yeah.
did that. Like you go over somebody's house and be like, "Oh, let's have um, I don't know, let's have a FIFA
A, kick,
tournament
a
between us, and
kickback or
the
something, you know, like,
loser
yeah.
has to take shots." And that's how I guess that's how things started.
Yeah.
And once you I guess grow out of college, you realize like I still love video games, but there really isn't somewhere to go
Yeah.
because when I was in college, there was such thing as like like internet cafes
Oh,
where you
yeah, I
go
know about that,
where you
yeah.
go in and like you sit on a computer and everything's already hooked up for you, ready to
Mm-hmm.
go, and you just go
Mm-hmm.
with a couple homies and play
Whatever
whatever
game.
games they had. But it was like a point where like all that died out and there really wasn't anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
that's
makes
when the
sense,
idea
yeah.
started sparking up of like, hey, like
Why
there
not create
really
something, right?
there really isn't like a 21 over place where you can just play video games and drink, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I know Pixels was kind of like that. I remember Pixels like that.
Yeah.
Uh, be as small as it was definitely a place where you could find people. I remember at one of your tournaments back then.
Wait,
I
were
was,
you even old enough to go?
yeah, I was.
Or were you one of the ones that snuck in?
Uh,
Because we had a bunch of those too.
shit, man. I turned 21 in 2018.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I walked in. I still
I
entered for
think
tournament, so
I think you caught the tail end of that. Yeah.
I probably got a tell in of Arcade Wednesdays,
Yeah.
definitely. But I remember I went to the bar and my friend Sal was chilling there, and then they had like freaking it was like the bar, and at the distance you had a TV on top, And then they had like Dragon Ball Fighters there, and you can literally pick
Oh
up the controller,
yeah.
play Dragon Ball Fighters. And then me and himself, we played that at the time. We're like, "You down to get some games?" They're like, "Yeah, let's do it." And we started playing Dragon Ball Fighters at the bar. We're not even there drinking. We're literally just playing. We're literally just fighting, dog. And I was like, "This is crazy." When we're at a bar playing Dragon Ball Fighters on a faraway TV like this, literally like on PS4 controller, this is crazy. This is cool. I like this, and that was definitely memorable for me for that event. But so how did Arcade Wednesdays at Pixels, I guess, how did that come to be to fruition? Where did you see the opportunity come from?
So to be honest, it was a drunken night. Um, so we were just there because like I was
Yeah.
I knew the owners, I knew the people that DJ'd there. I
Hmm.
had homies that were DJing, and we were just out there chilling one day,
Hmm.
and when it opened, it was called Pixels. And I was excited because when I think of a bar called Pixels, I would think there would be video games in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Fucking surprised to see that there was nothing that had anything to do with video games at all. And so it was the everything already closed, and I happened to see the owner there, run into the owner. I was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Where are the video games at?" And he was like, "Well, we don't know. Like, the place is tiny to where they can't really put like arcade cabinets in,
Yeah.
or else it'd take up too much like real estate."
Yeah. Yeah. Makes
But
sense.
they're
Yeah.
like, they're like, he was like, "We've been trying to figure out how to incorporate video games, but we haven't really figured it out." And I was just like, "I'll figure that shit out. I can do it." And he was like, "Oh, okay, then give me like a proposition, set some shit up, and we'll meet up in a week and show me what you got." And I was like, "All right."
Oh, dude.
Woke up the next day. I was like, "I don't know what the fuck I'm doing."
The next day you're like, what the fuck did I agree to, dog? What the
But
hell?
like, it kind of like sparked something. I was like, "Well, this is the opportunity to bring something like how I said, like
Hmm.
just video games and beer
Yeah.
and music." And
Oh.
I ended up doing a lot of research, figured out that you could hack Wii's to play like Nintendo, Super
Oh.
Nintendo,
Oh,
Sega
that's right.
games.
That's right. That's right.
Because I guess my concern was how do I? Because like at the time, Pixels only had about like 5 TVs,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, I
most of
remember
those
they're like on
TVs,
the wall, right? I remember
yeah, they
them.
were on
Yeah.
the wall, and then there was the most of the TVs were behind the bar. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
thinking like thinking of a system to be where like I need like wireless remotes in order for people to play behind the bar, and then like I
Hmm.
guess remotes that people can check out if they want to play somewhere else, like on the couches or whatever.
Yeah.
So I ended up figuring out. I ended up getting into like the Wii homebrew scene, figuring out that like you could hack Wii's and
Yeah.
throw whatever you want on there.
Hmm.
So I ended up buying. I ended up going to the swap meet, picking up some Wii's,
Hell yeah, that's the way to
uh,
go.
homebrew, added homebrew, hacked them, put all the games
Man.
that you could ever think of from when you were a kid to I think it was like I think I got up to PlayStation,
Hmm.
and just they're like all you do is check out your Wii's, give your ID, check out the Wii remotes, and you're
There
golden.
we go. Damn. So you
So
developed that
I
whole
showed yep
concept. Yeah.
I showed the owner that, and he was like, "All right, when can you start?" And I was like, "Give me a week. I'll get everything up and going." And that was that
To
was how it
start.
was born.
Dang, dude. So you saw an opportunity in a drunken stupor. You're like, hey,
Yeah,
where the
I was
fuck
like,
are the
"Hey, like,
games?
yeah, it's called Pixels. Like, what the fuck?"
Man, y'all this video game thing, yeah, and y'all trash, bro. I could do it
Hmm.
better. And they're like, hey, I'm surprised they trusted you with that if they didn't realize you were drunk. They could
Yeah,
they
I'm
could have just been
surprised
like,
too.
yo, bro, like he's drunk, whatever. He's fucking
It
drunk.
kind of it was probably a situation where like, like he's not gonna do shit, and then hit him up the
Oh,
next week, and
okay.
they're like, "Oh shit,
Oh,
like he
fuck, yes,
did
you
come
did
up with
something.
something." Yeah,
You remembered it. So
yeah,
aside from starting Arcade Wednesdays, you also DJ'd at Arcade Wednesday, didn't you? Or Pixels,
yeah,
right? I
yeah.
remember. I
So I
remember that.
guess I guess what they were looking for was like a theme, like because they had DJs every day of the week
Hmm.
from Sunday through Saturday, and
Yeah.
they were looking for like a theme night for a Wednesday.
Hmm.
But they had like everything covered. They had like a hip hop night, they had a pop night, they had a
Yeah.
band, like just a DJ night where they just play bands and like the weekends for the bars, you don't really have to do much. You just have to have music, and people will
Hmm.
show up. But in the weekdays, you have to have something,
Hmm.
karaoke or
To
something
like
like
bring
that.
people to bring people on the weekdays, because
Yeah,
weekends people go out to bars, but weekdays
yeah,
they're like, I got 9 to 5, dog. I'm not really looking to go
yeah.
to a
It was like
bar.
if you're not there for a certain purpose, you're not gonna come out for
Yeah,
just to drink.
yeah.
But we ended up coming up with Arcade Wednesdays, and then slowly but surely, everybody started showing up,
Hmm.
started playing games, and then slowly but surely, everybody was like, "Well, where's the tournaments at? Like, when are you guys gonna have like a Street Fighter tournament, or when are you guys gonna have like a Mortal Kombat tournament?"
Dang.
And at the time, I was just like, I'm not really trying to fuck with tournaments.
Yeah.
I was like, we already got like a good thing going, like, and it was only like a handful of people that were asking, so I was like, all right, uh, continue doing the same thing, and then it just snowballed. Like, where
Hmm.
the tournaments at? Where's Smash Bros at?
Supply and
This and
demand.
that.
You're like, all right.
And I was just like, I guess we're gonna have to do something about that, and fucking started announcing tournaments, and people
Yeah.
show up, and
And the rest is history like that.
you know,
Yeah, so for Arcade Wednesdays, how did y'all develop the name? I mean, it sounds like it rhymes naturally, Arcade
hmm
Wednesdays, but you could do the same thing with like Arcade Mondays. Where did
yeah,
Wednesdays come up?
because like I said, like they were trying to look for a theme night for Wednesday,
Hmm.
because they already had all their spots covered, and I think they dropped the previous night for something. They were trying to look for something else,
Yeah.
and so they were like, okay, if you're down, we'll give you Wednesday, and then you can curate that. I was
Oh,
like, all
okay.
right, cool. What do we call it? Some fucking arcade. So
Arcade
Arcade Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, AW.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. Dang. So yeah, a little flashback to everybody who's listening and watching right now. Arcade Wednesdays was like before Game Lab Smash. To people who are in the IE who came into the IE after COVID
For
and
the
everything.
21 and over,
For
there we
21 and over, strictly. You know, it wasn't like an arcade GLS where you can walk in regardless of age, and you can
yeah.
go in. You got to be.
People did sneak in.
And
I ended up catching them later.
not me. You never caught me. Ah, I'm kidding. I didn't know Geo back then. Funny enough, I never met him. I always. It's funny back then, Geo. I actually only knew you as a name on Facebook, like
uh,
Giovanni Garcia. That's all I knew you
yeah.
as, and like that weird ass profile pic. I don't know what that profile pic was of like a
It
kid
changes.
face or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like I,
Oh,
I,
I think it was like my baby picture or something.
I think it was that. Probably was that. And I was
Uh,
like, that's all I knew Geo as, and like all I knew was like, yeah, he's the TO of Arcade Wednesdays. I'm like, I never met him.
we
Um,
did touch a little bit on melee too.
oh really? Yeah,
We did
really?
have a lot of melee tournaments there too.
Did you guys
There.
do that off the Wii's? Or
No, we did it off GameCubes.
oh shit, y'all bring CRTs? Like
Yep. We had CRTs in there. We did melee and Project M.
how'd y'all make that work? Did you just know people? You collaborate with people and then like
For like it was just like I think at that time people were like fiending for to play Smash somewhere. That's what I guess when people started mentioning like, oh, we're gonna have Smash Bros tournaments and this and that, it was like a lot of people that were looking for somewhere to play Smash. And then that's where I guess like the seed kept fucking growing, and I was like, there's a there's a void here that in Riverside that there isn't anything. Well, at the time when I started doing it, because I didn't know about the competitive Smash scene until people started PRing my tournaments. Because like I said before, like my tournaments used to be ratchet as fuck. We used to leave Smash Ball on.
oh no.
We would do random random stage list. Fucking it was
Sheesh.
super fucking ratchet.
Y'all were just like, fuck it, this is how
Yeah,
we're gonna do it.
we would have like random character select day tournaments, and
Dang.
fucking winner gets $50 and drunk.
Hey, and everyone had a good time, right?
Yeah,
And
everyone
it
did.
was funny, and that's like the main point of Smash in general and competitive play. Not even like in that context, but the same lesson can be learned where, man, we just play this game to have fun, and you just gotta learn
hmm
how to have fun at the very foremost, dude. At the end.
I mean, that's I guess that's where I come from. Like I never grew up in like doing like I didn't know that there was like special rules to do a competitive tournament. I was just like everybody just wants to come here and have fun, and if they win, they win. If they don't, then get mad about getting hit with a fan or a pokeball or something.
He's like, man, that was bullshit. I could have been here.
Yeah.
Without you know what I mean? And it was just a great time. Everyone's like
If
having
it
a good
wasn't
time.
for that Lugia, I would have got that fucking.
Yo, for that Snorlax came out of nowhere, dog. It's in the
Yeah,
air, bro.
he
Like,
covers the whole screen. That's fucking jank.
that's not fair, man. Man, verse me again, dog. Yo, oh my gosh, dude. I can imagine
The
that.
home run bat is broken. What the
All
fuck?
you gotta do is throw it at me and I die, man. Like, you know?
Yeah, that's how we used to run it too. Like it was for me. It wasn't. I didn't really. Like I said, I didn't really know about the scene. I didn't
Yeah.
know that there was like an underground scene. It was more like they found me, and then from there, uh, people would show up, like all like the old school like Smash 4
Mm-hmm.
top players. They
Mm-hmm.
would come show up, and they're like, ah man, like I didn't win because like fucking the items were on, or like I couldn't pick my stage, so I'm not.
Yeah.
And then you see that, and or I started seeing that, and they're like, okay, like how do I make my tournaments like more like tournament friendly? I guess
Yeah.
there started people coming up, and they're like, I don't think this is tournament legal. Like we're not supposed to be playing on this stage. And I was like, what the fuck you talking about?
Yeah. What?
And then I had to do more research on like all that shit, and I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, there's a
Mm-hmm.
certain way
Yeah, and I'm
that.
glad that you kind of adapted to it too, because some people will be like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, fuck that shit, bro. We'll do our own
Yeah,
way."
no,
No,
yeah, and originally I was like that. I was kind of hesitant. I was like,
you're like,
man, we're just here to have fun
yeah,
and just drink and play Smash Bros. Like, what else do you guys want? But
yeah,
little by little, they're like, yeah, it started like my tournament started getting PR'd
hmm
by accident. Like I didn't really go
realize
out
it.
and be like, oh, like come over here and get your points. It wasn't until like I found out that like, oh yeah, this we're here because we're trying to boost up our PR before the season ends. And I was like, what the fuck you guys talking about?
Like,
Like we need one more good placement and we get a good PR. And I was like, what is that?
oh, interesting.
And then
What,
that's
what
when
what what were some of the top players that came up to you back then?
well, first off, it was I'm hip that always dominated.
I'm hip, dog. Oh, Quentin, I miss I'm hip, man.
Me too.
Tournament
He was the
sucked,
one. He would quote unquote farm the tournaments.
oh,
And then
dude.
we had Scissor. We had fucking Vice Grip.
Ouija, you right, Ouija?
Ouija. Yes. Didn't he change his name to something else?
No, I mean it was like Azarin, but then it's separate from the scene. He's like it was always Ouija. He always played with the freaking nunchuck and Wiimote.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I
he
remember
was
that
like a
kid.
freaking messenger bag and shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I think he
yeah.
got kicked out one time for bringing soda.
What? He brought a Coke?
Well, yeah, so I
I'm
guess because
dead.
people weren't used to like the bar setting for tournaments. Because when I found out, it was usually just people's houses or like
Yeah,
backyards where
yeah.
they would throw tournaments. So like all goes like they bring their own water bottles and stuff like that. But when it came
Mhm.
to like I guess bar rules, like you can't bring. There's no outside food or drink allowed
Yeah.
if the bar sells it, which the bar actually did. So
It's kind of
I
like,
think it was
yeah.
him that he busted out a can of Coke from that messenger bag. He cracked that shit open, and the door guy
Freaking
came up. He's like, "Nah,
sirens
you
came
gotta,
on,
you
dude.
got,
Like,
you got,
woo,
you
woo.
gotta, you
Hey,
gotta
bro,
go."
gotta go. What you got that Coke there, bro? Did you buy
Yeah,
that? No.
they're
Gotta
like, no
go, bro.
outside food. Yeah, no, you gotta go.
Bro, that's so. Dude, what do you do in that situation? You bro, like you like came to play Smash and you're like, you got kicked out for having a
You
Coke.
gotta, yeah, I guess you gotta explain the rules clearly to
Man.
everybody because, like I said, like it's a bar setting and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't be
yeah. Not a lot of people
like
know
maybe
that.
maybe
So.
it's their first time. Like I don't know. It's like maybe it's your first time going to a bar.
Yeah, I think you should
Uh,
give them like a heads up, like, hey, bro, you can't have that. You gotta put it away or throw it away. Like,
yeah, or just
not
like
like
my bad,
kicking
dude.
out.
Next time,
Like that's that's
because
that's ass.
yeah.
Man, that's funny. Imagine like, hey, it's Pepsi Nation, dog. Get that shit out of here, dog. Man, that's funny, dude. Like I can imagine that, dude.
It's
That's
like, what is that? A Pepsi? No, this bar only does Coke.
the
You
one
gotta get
does
out.
Coke, dog, and you got freaking Sprite in the corner over there, man. Like for real. Like, it was like the most memorable thing that happened when Pixels was a thing or Arcade Wednesdays
uh,
was a thing. Like at that time, during that time. Like first thing
mm,
that pops in your mind, like a moment. You're like, oh, that
uh,
happened.
fucking I'm hip falling asleep on the couch waiting for his grand final match was one of them.
No
I
way.
think I have a picture of that somewhere.
Oh, bro, if you have it, send it to me. I'll put it in the video.
I gotta look for that shit.
Dude, I
It's
want to see
yeah.
that so bad.
It was more of like because the way that the night ended up turning out was like not only was it for competitive games, it was also for like people that are wanting to go out and dance and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So
that's right.
so not only did we have the video game aspect, we also had a live DJ there every night with the video games. So
Mhm.
there
I
would
remember
be
that.
there would be nights where like people would just come to dance. There'd be other nights where people just came to listen to music and just play video games
Yeah.
or just to drink. It was never a dull night. I would say it was
Always
always
some happening. Always
it
some
was always
happening.
that it was always a culture clash of like people that were going out to party and then people that were just into video games
You know.
because you always got like the guys that just came to straight play video games with their friends,
hmm
didn't even touch the bar or anything, maybe got like a soda or water or something, but like they were in the zone like I want to kick
Competing.
I want to kick my friend's
Right.
ass all night tonight. And then there'd be other people. There would be other times where like just people are just there to party and
Yeah.
like look over their shoulder and they're like, dude, there's people playing video games here. What the fuck?
Yeah, I wonder if anybody like hooked up with anybody that went to go play video games and someone's just a party and they're like, and they're like, hey, where were
Um,
you? Brought in a tournament. And they're like, hey, man, I got someone.
I think there has been. I don't want to start no rumors, but
Yeah,
there
yeah, of
has.
course,
I
yeah.
have heard stories of
Oh.
uh Smash players going there with no intentions of looking for anybody and leaving the bar with somebody. No, there's one story where so we used to set up there was like a almost like a permanent setup for melee with the CRT, the GameCube, and like four controllers. And so like it would be on a set up on a table, and like people would crowd around, set up their chairs, and be playing. And so there's these dudes going at it. It was like a doubles match or something like that, or just free for all. And this dude just like trying to win, like just not paying attention to anything around him. And there's this group of girls just standing next to him, like they're just vibing to the music, and then look over their shoulder and they're like, oh, they're not paying attention to anything that we're doing over here. So one of the girls gets up and like kind of like gives the dude a lap dance. This was like just grinding on him. The fucking dude just kind of like sat there and had no idea what to do. He was just like totally like
No.
the girl did her dance and then they took off into the night. And all his friends were just looking at him like, what just happened right now?
Oh my gosh, no way, dude.
I was watching this shit while I was DJing, and I was like, what just happened right now?
Bro, imagine being that guy. I wonder how he is today. He's like, since then, I was a changed man. Like,
It was probably like one of his best stories, night outs and shit. He's like, I was
man.
playing fucking Smash Bros. And I was spanking, and all of a sudden I fucking lost because this girl started twerking on me.
And they probably never believe him. They're like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, you
I would
bullshit, you capping,
I
dog.
wouldn't believe that shit if I didn't see him with my own eyes.
Yeah, yeah. You probably be like, nah, it's bullshit, dog. What you talking about? That
Mm.
never happened, man.
Even to this day, like people come up to me and they're like, "Dude, are you the Arcade Wednesday guy?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Just fuck, dude, I missed that place." And like
Oh,
every time
dude.
I hear some shit like that from like a random ass dude or girl,
Yeah.
like it just hits me. It hits me like in the heart. I was like, "Fuck, dude!" Like people have all these
Yeah.
crazy ass memories because
Yeah, man.
of a drunk ass idea I had.
It's kind of like when you TO, you offer, like you said, you offer that space where we all come together for a common interest. And
Hmm.
that's essentially where it starts. But what happens there, you have no control over. And that's where a lot of special things can happen. And
Yeah.
you don't realize, you don't go in thinking like, yo, I'm gonna start a tournament so people can have special memories, and to tell me that
Mm-mm.
I give that to them. You don't go in for that. You just go in and
I
say,
didn't even
hey,
go in. I didn't even go in to do tournaments in general. It just
yeah,
kind of
it's gonna happen.
evolved into it.
Exactly. And look at you now, running one of the most premier ones in the IE right now at the moment today. You know what I'm
We're,
saying?
we're trying, man. We're trying.
So when did Pixels kind of close down and end? Because obviously you migrated to Game Labs, right? So
So I ended up kind of like in like a crossroads when I ended up getting like a full time job, like a legit full time job. Because before then it was just like I was DJing and just had like a side job, I guess. But I was primarily DJing, and that was where most of my income was coming. And I ended up getting an opportunity to get like a full time job where I could quit all the other stuff that I was doing and just dedicate like a 9 to 5. So I ended up getting harder and harder to wake up on Thursdays because we're leaving Arcade Wednesdays at like 2 in the morning just to be up at work by 6. And you try to work out a deal with the owners, and we didn't come to an agreement on anything, so I had to impromptu drop the night. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Is Pixel still open or did it close down?
yeah, they're still there.
Oh, they're still there. Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay, that's interesting though. So you're at
yeah.
a crossroads. You're like, hey, man, I'm having a hard time right now, and I gotta figure out how to manage it with this tournament. And you try to work out a deal, but sometimes it just
Mhm.
doesn't work out, and that's what happened with Pixels, right?
Sometimes you guys don't meet eye to eye, or
I mean, it happens.
yeah.
That's business,
Hmm.
right? So
Yep.
knowing that, how did the natural evolution kind of migrate to Game Labs?
So I guess the ending of Arcade Wednesdays ended up being kind of like a blessing in disguise because I guess it was like within a week when that happened, I ended up getting word that there was an arcade opening up in downtown, and so I heard like those little rumors, and then on top of that, I guess the owners ended up hearing about my night from somewhere, and ended up getting in contact with me about starting, I guess, tournaments and stuff out there, which would be Game Lab. So it ended up, yeah, it ended up kind of, I guess, like the pieces and all the puzzle pieces ended up like falling together by themselves. Yeah, it ended up taking some time too, cause like I kind of, um, that summer, cause like that wasn't gonna happen for like it wouldn't happen for like another 6 7 months because um there was I guess they were still like in the process of building that arcade. In the meantime, I didn't want to let like the Arcade Wednesday night die, so we ended up moving to Duke's down the street, and it was cool. It was a whole different like experience, kind of the same, but like we were outside in the patio. It was more room for us to like move around and do things, and it was a whole different environment. But it was like still the same vibes, like still Arcade Wednesday. You still have the drinks and everything, and you just go and chill and drink
Mm-hmm.
with your homies.
Mm-hmm. And that was at Riverside, right downtown, the Game
Yeah,
Lab.
it was pretty much down the street, closer to UCR.
Oh, like 10 minutes away, right? I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about, like more closer to
Mhm.
US UCR. That's interesting. So it kind of naturally evolved, like you said, it was a blessing in disguise where you stopped at Pixels and within a week you heard notes of Game Labs that like
Yeah,
they're
but
opening up an
there
arcade,
were
right?
not game labs in general, but they were opening up an arcade bar in
Yeah.
downtown.
And then you're like, oh, okay. Did someone tell you that, or you didn't hear that yourself from somebody else?
I heard wind from I heard rumors from people, and then little
And
things started popping up
then
like
you're like,
on like
oh,
your news feed.
yeah. And then you
And
saw that, yeah.
yeah, well, I say blessing in skies because like if I were to kept Arcade Wednesdays going, I would have never competed with a full ass arcade.
I know that during that time too. What year was this? What give us what time frame? What time
This
was this?
was, I want to say 2000. Oh, it was 2018 because Game
2018.
Lab opened in 2018.
So like it was around the time where Smash Ultimate was just about to release, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, we
crazy.
were
So I was
still
like right
running.
there.
Yeah,
We're still running Smash 4 a little bit until December.
We ran Smash Four for a little bit, and then once
Ultimate dropped.
Ultimate came out, that's when we started running.
I remember that. That's right. That's right. So was this around the time when One Must Fall Gaming kind of came to be?
OneMustFallGaming didn't come to be until after pandemic, actually,
Oh, after pandemic. Okay, so you're still
because
so you're still rocking AW then. during this whole time?
That it's like a legacy.
Oh, okay,
Like
gotcha.
I only have certain amount of people that can actually rock that tag.
Like cats. I just think cats. Cats is
Cats,
like the yeah. Dude, he has
cats is
a dope ass freaking baseball jersey, dog. I'm like, dang.
he is the OG, my first ever sponsored player,
Hmm.
and will forever stay the only him and Crudge. They're the OGs. They've been with me
Dang, Crudge too.
since Smash 4 days and Pixels, and
Oh
they're the only guys that
man,
can rock the
that's
AW
dope.
tag.
They evolved from Pixels to Game Lab Smash, and then OMF came after pandemic. What was that, like mid 2020 or?
Yeah. So
Yes.
we didn't start until mid 2020, and that was because I was still rocking the Arcade Wednesdays while I was doing tournaments at Game Lab,
Mm-hmm.
but it ended up, I guess, not making sense anymore because like we were doing tournaments on Thursdays. Because
Oh yeah,
I've been
yeah.
with Game Lab ever since they opened, and
Mm-hmm.
when like their opening date, we had a free Smash Bro tournament, and fuck, we had like 80 players that day,
Dang, that's crazy.
just because from word of mouth, like we're gonna be here with Smash, whoever wants to come compete.
Mm-hmm.
We had because of my work, I work Monday through Thursday, so Thursday was pretty much the day I can do tournaments. So I ended up moving to Thursdays, and then we just started it was backed by Arcade Wednesdays, but the brand, I guess, didn't make sense because it was like we can't call it Arcade Thursday because the Game Lab is an arcade every day. So yeah, it and so so I needed a new name for like a company name because Arcade Wednesdays obviously wasn't working out, and I just thought of what could be like a cool name that doesn't necessarily have to deal with Smash, but can deal with like fighting games in general, or like a concept that has to do with competitive games. And I ended up remembering of an old fighter from back in the DOS when did you ever play like what was it called, the original Doom and stuff like that, like jazz, like all the old school like computer games. So there used to be this computer game called One Must Fall. Funny enough, it was like a free share game, but it had to do with like it was kind of like Gundam style, where like it was like the premise was like there's people inside like big ass robots, and then you guys fight each other. And I like that premise of One Must Fall because in all fighting games, pretty much the only way to win is one person has to fall. Like in Smash, someone has to fall off the platform in order for you to get the point or the win.
Yeah.
And say for like Street Fighter, somebody has to fall to the ground for someone else to
Nice.
win.
Nice. So did you create One Must Fall with kind of like intentions to be an esports organization, or was this like a new team like AW was, and like just a brand that
It,
you can rep?
it was more of like because like I started getting involved in like tournaments and like esports to where some to move somewhere to that represents that, because we aren't, because AW was something else. It was more of like a party with music and video games, and I guess we kind of moved from there to just competitive play. So I needed a name to kind of encompass all that.
I see. That's actually really cool to develop that concept. Uh, to develop a whole new concept from AW, was it kind of hard? Kind of switching the brand from AW, all that you built already. You had a lot built with Pixels and Smash Four and all that to switch into OMG.
Yeah, it was basically starting from scratch. I mean, like the Arcade Wednesdays had that reputation where like people knew or have heard about it, and they knew it was a good time, regardless of where if you want to go play video games or not. It was just like a place to be. It was like a
Yeah,
cool hangout spot.
definitely. And you go to
So
OMF.
transitioning,
Yeah,
yeah. So
transitioning.
transitioning from that to like a actual competitive like esports organization. It took a little bit, but like
Mhm.
people people knew where we were going with and
Yeah.
liked what where it was headed.
So what are some like realities you learn from now being an esports organization leader, or even as a TO, that people might not understand because they haven't been in your shoes or ever went down that path?
It's definitely a lot of prep work. Like you gotta
Definitely,
you gotta set up
definitely,
a lot of
man.
things.
Put the TVs up.
Logistics.
Hmm.
A lot of yeah, a lot of setting up and tearing down. And
Yeah, man. You don't have workers for that. You're the one that does it yourself, man. I know that
it's a
feeling.
lot of like behind the scenes work. Like uh, you gotta make sure everything is there. Like all the where it could be basic as like an HDMI cable or something to where
Yeah.
like you gotta make sure everything's updated
Hmm.
and ready to go.
Yeah, basically, those are some realities right there. I know that feeling,
Hmm.
especially with you with Game Lab Smash. I helped you a couple times setting up to like me when I do RTF. 9 times out of 10, I'm the one setting up everything, and it's like
Hmm.
people are like, "Damn, you do a lot of work. What do we get anything out of it?" Well, I mean, venue get something to get venue money out of it. That's nice and all, but like, but it comes from a place of like it sounds kind of corny, but like it comes from a place of love. You enjoy this, you enjoy to do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it. Nobody's saying putting your gun to your head and be like, yo, organize a tournament, make it go well. Like
Hmm.
nobody's doing that, right? So
No, same
it's
thing with me. Like it was after my first tournament, like kind of
you can enjoy it. Yeah.
just yeah, it was all it was fun.
Uh-huh.
People, it was cool to make an event that people enjoyed and people love to come back to.
It comes back to the same thing you said in the beginning, where you wanted to create space where people can come and enjoy and share similar interests, and that's where
Hmm.
it comes from. And that's really what TOing is. You offer that space, you offer that event that people could come to share and enjoy an interest you all have that you all enjoy, and that's Smash. You can go to other games too, but in general, you're still offering that same space.
Yep.
And it goes to show that it really goes down to that lesson or that viewpoint you had when you first started back in college, and you want to start that type of thing. And that's
Hmm.
actually really cool.
Because like back in college, like it was like I would set up the Nintendo 64, and that was the spot to be. Like it was like, oh fucking Geo has the 64 out. Let's smash some couple
let's
of games real quick.
let's get it, bro. And that's how it be. And
Hmm.
now look at you setting up freaking 14 monitors with with switches on almost all of them, dude.
There's a lot of shit.
What's like some of your experiences as a TO that you never thought that you would experience as a TO organizer, or your experience in general? Like you're like, oh damn, I didn't think this was gonna happen, or stuff like that.
I guess for me, it was more like people skills. Like you you can't be like hidden in a corner and trust that everybody knows what they're doing. Like you gotta be out there shaking hands, be like hi, or I guess now just fist bumping because we can't shake hands because
Hell no, we can't be like, hi, how's
the
it going?
elbow, elbow,
Mask
what's
up and
up?
everything, dog. It's different now.
I guess for me it's more like like just make sure everybody has a good time or knows where to go, stuff like that. Like like what's up, welcome, or thanks for, or hey, what's up, welcome back, and stuff like that. Like it's more like I guess like um, customer service kind of because you're dealing with a lot of people at one time and a lot of different personalities. Like you're, I didn't expect that. I thought it was just like okay, like this guy plays this guy and then that's it, and they do their thing. No, it's a lot more than to make an enjoyable experience. It's got to be a lot more than that. At the time too, like I used to use challenge a lot, because like it just people just show up and then you just enter their names. But
Yeah.
then once the PR stuff started happening in my tournaments, and like people there needs to be like a place where like you record your matches and stuff.
Mhm.
That became the standard, and
Yeah, definitely.
just learning Smash GG is a whole different fucking
Oh, Smash
monster.
GG is fucking annoying, dog. I hear you on
I
that,
hate.
man. That's
It's fucking a toxica in
that's.
the TL relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah, for me, I've never. I don't. I guess never really. I never really took it as a like that competitive. I always
Mhm.
like to play like like party mode.
Yeah.
I always joke around like I want to see living room because I want to see the
Yeah.
puppies. But
Yes, dude.
and
Living
to this
room,
day,
dog.
no one wants to fucking pick living room. I don't know
Man,
why. Hazards on living room.
dude, you
Even
got.
hazards on. I wish people didn't complain about fucking moving platforms.
Oh my god, dude.
My all time favorite map was it Orphan
Which one?
Fridgegate
Oh,
from
which one?
from Metroid.
Oh, the Frigigate Orphan, the one that turns
Yeah,
around, the one that flips
that.
around.
But if you turn off hazards, I think it's a playable. I don't know if you agree with me, but pretty much there's only one moving platform,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you stay on the right, if you stay away from the right, you're good, and you
Yeah.
can grab the ledge. It
Yep.
just moves up and down. There's another platform, kind of like on the other side, like kind of like Kalos or
Yeah.
Northern Cave.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, for me it was like a cool like different
Different type,
dynamic
different
than the
dynamic.
fucking same three plat,
Three plat,
same bullshit.
no
Everybody
plat.
like
Yes.
fucking PS2.
No, PS2, everybody, dog. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's an opportunity to do like a side bracket. That's like to see
that's
how it
not.
goes.
I used to run for Smash 4. I used to run that.
Oh, really?
Hazards off, fucking the fridge.
I remember that when people always mention like I think
People, yeah,
like you were synonymous with like the whole like damn Geo's haven't updated his rule set yet. Why is he still running that
yeah,
rule set?
yeah. I just like to keep it like spicy and like
Yeah,
keep it different.
interesting.
I guess originally what I thought was like this is different from everybody else. Like everybody's doing one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it with my twist, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't work out that way with competitive.
No, definitely. But like I think
And
that
then
hey, go ahead.
yo no, and then I didn't think people knew that you could fucking grab the edge of the moving platform. I thought people thought like you just fall through it and like that was it. And I was like, dude, you can fucking grab the edge.
It's an
You
actual
could grab both
platform.
edges actually, the moving platform and the other, the regular platform. You grab both edges
Yeah.
and be fine. But people like once they get knocked out, they're like, oh, well, I'm just gonna fall through that platform and that's it.
You don't realize
I
it's
was
an
like,
actual platform, you know.
yeah, because
And that's
people don't play on this
dude,
shit
that's like
because
another
people only
discussion. Yeah, people always be like, we're playing the same damn stages, dog. You know what I'm
WarioWare. I
saying?
want fucking WarioWare.
Bro, get back WarioWare, dog.
WarioWare hazards off. I want that shit.
Bro, you're not down no balls. So for real, like,
Change Wily's Castle instead of fucking Final Destination.
dude, that was sick.
Hazards off.
Dude, I would love that, dude. Honestly, even as simple as having hazards on with the legal stages, that would add more things. Like, you know, having Smashville with the moving platform, Town
Hmm.
City moving, all that, like that would add so much more dynamic, in my opinion. But since the game introduced hazards off, obviously that seems like the most competitive thing.
Yeah.
That's the way to go, and I guess that's how it is. Things how it is, you know.
If only there was a fucking option for hazards off, but like keep the platforms moving.
Dude, it sucks that even with Hollow Bastion, it's a legal stage, but like the way it changes on the last stock, that's literally only on Hazards on. If you have Hazards off,
Yeah.
it doesn't change. I'm like, that's so lame, dude.
Hmm.
It just changes aesthetic. It doesn't move the platform at all. It just looks dope.
Yep.
Dude, I don't know, bro. I'm so tired about that, man. I was like, man, and more into you, Geo, like other things you do besides Smash. I know we talked about it already, but you had like a DJ side gig. You DJ'd a lot, right?
Yeah. Well, pretty much. Uh, it was primarily my main, I
Source of
guess,
income.
not source of income, but like my main job. Like it
Mhm.
was pretty much what I was known for
Yeah.
throughout my college years and years after that. Like it
Mhm.
was, I was out here fucking DJing everything.
Yeah, no, dude, and honestly, that brings some money when you have that grind. When you go on the grind, dude.
Mhm.
Like, man, what did you enjoy most about DJing when you DJed a lot?
Just same thing. Like if I throw events, just fucking making people
Dance,
happy. Like
yeah,
yeah,
dance.
giving people an unforgettable experience. Cause
Mm.
yeah, it's just like having, I guess, having the ability to have make people have a good time.
What would be one word you would use to describe the Inland Empire community, Smash community? I
Um, I want to say potential.
Potential. Oh, I like that. Why do you say potential?
Because we got a lot of, I guess, I guess the famous saying is "Don't sleep on the IE"
It's true. Don't sleep on the IE.
from the homies at MTM. But like, yeah, it ended up it didn't begin like that, but I wanted it ended up becoming to like I want Riverside or the IE to be the place. Like we don't necessarily have to go to LA to find competition. Like we have everything that we need to out here. Yeah, like it's like it's already been years that we go over there, and just gotta show the love back, you know. Or and we're getting there. Like we've gotten a lot of good players, a lot of people that have been leveling up since Smash 4, and we got a lot of competition out here. Yeah, we are. We have a lot of enticing competition out here, and that's kind of why what I want Riverside or IE in general to be like. This is the place to come and play. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people like kind of get stuck in their little areas
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
don't, I guess, go out and try different tournaments
Yeah.
to play different people.
Yeah.
Like I guess for example, Min Main. I don't think he's ever been out here or has been out of his locals
Yeah, the
in
only I've
general.
only seen them at MTM's like Saturday School Showdown. That's the only tournament
Yeah,
I've seen them at. But besides that, yeah, I haven't seen them at like a
I think because
GLS or anything.
he's from the high desert, right?
Yeah, he's from the high desert.
Yeah, and then that makes sense because San Bernardino is right there down the hill.
Yeah, it's still ways. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like I would like to. There is a lot of great players out
Mhm.
here, but it's just yeah. And then I can't fault them either because fucking IE is way spread out.
Yeah.
That's what I guess that's where LA has the advantage because everything is like super condensed and everybody's right there next to each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Long Beach,
Even
818,
even
all that.
yeah, even though it's like the traffic makes it an hour drive, but like they're right there.
Yeah.
Like the traffic is over by the time the tournament's done, so
Yep.
it doesn't matter.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, it is a struggle out here. Like I wish I could make it to more Temecula stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but the way my work schedule works is like
It's hard though. It's hard. It's hard.
yeah, by the time I get out of work, it's they started their tournament, and I'm like fuck.
Yeah, but the point is that you try, and I like your answers because it relates back to what you said about the word, which is potential. People have so much potential here that they should be taking that potential to other tournaments, like how you did when you took freaking Razo and Kless to different tournaments. Even though Razo and Kless have traveled themselves out both out there
Yeah,
before, but the fact that you went with them and you're showing, hey, not only are players coming out, but TOs from IE are coming out to other
yeah.
tournaments like that. That's it's great.
And then I want yeah we're planning on doing a lot more of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We do want that we do want that SD run back. So
Ooh. I mean, if y'all looked at the
we
end of that the Super Game Labs Smash 2 retrospective I edited at the end part,
hmm
you already heard what Chase said, man. They got to come back and do and get that crew battle. I'm just saying.
yeah we want to see that happen.
That'd be sick.
That'd be dope to see.
That'd be dope. Dude, I would love to see that. So, you gave the word, and man, you've been involved in the scene for like quickly. How long you been involved in the scene for? Like how many years already?
I guess officially like I want to say like 5 maybe 6 years.
5 6 years. Yeah, that's a good while, especially nowadays with Game Last Smash and even slightly with Pixels and AW back then as well.
Yeah.
Not maybe not fully, but like you were at least offering those events to people to go to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we started off like just dicking around and leaving Smash Ball on, but we ended up turning into like more competitive, actual tournament legal.
What would be what would be one, I guess, IE player, competitor, member in the community, anybody really, that you would say that you can't help but respect the most or acknowledge the most? You're like, damn, that's a them. Who's like one member that comes to mind? It doesn't have to be the
Mm,
best one, but like just a member, a person, competitor, TO, anybody really. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of people like
Mm-hmm.
I've met throughout the years. I met a lot of like
Mm-hmm.
cool ass people
Yeah.
that come to support, always down, uh, always down to compete and
Mm-hmm.
have a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's too many to mention. Like there's a like IE. Yeah, that's what I like about the IE because it's more of like I guess like homies hanging out. You don't get like the like we're out to get you type vibes out here.
Or
Like
like
it's all
clicks
like
or anything like that.
yeah,
Right.
we talk a lot of shit, but like at the end of the day, we're fucking high fiving each other and
Yeah,
fucking let's get it.
man.
Let's grab a drink.
It ain't that serious, dog. It for
Yeah,
real
it's
ain't
not that
that. It's
serious
not
out
that
here.
serious. We have a
We
good
talk a
time.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk a lot of shit, but like it's all
It's
fun
all good fun,
banter.
and we'll all make these memories. Cause think about it, 5 years from now, you're gonna look back at this. Obviously, you ain't gonna remember like the yo, he said that shit. More or less, you're gonna remember like, damn, that was a pretty hyped up moment in time, you know.
Yeah,
That
except for Tope, because all that shit stays on Twitter.
yeah, all. I just say, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. You talk. If you don't want to see that shit, go on Twitter, follow Tope and go. Man, shout outs to him. He
but
damn.
that's another example. Like we're just
Yeah,
dicking around out here,
yeah, but
having a good time.
him,
But at the same time, like
he dicking more
we
than
we
around there.
but he backs it up. He's been fucking leveling up
That's
too.
true. That's true. He just yesterday,
Yeah,
at the time of this recording, just yesterday, he got top 3 at the Battle Brew
yeah,
tournament in Temecula. He almost beat White Nova the second time.
yeah. I saw that.
Yeah,
That shit
that's
is fucking. I'm excited.
Topeg
He's been
is.
leveling up for sure. When he first started coming to GLS, he was like he started 1 and 2, 2 and 2er,
Hmm. And now he's
and now
like,
to see him fucking top 8 or and staying consistently on top 8 is
he's definitely
exciting to see.
making IAPR, no doubt.
A lot of the homies that have started from fucking the bottom, they're fucking crawling
Yep,
up to top 8,
I
and
agree.
you love to see it.
You love to see it every time. You know, it's like it's
Hmm.
kind of like, in a sense, kind of like a parent relationship where you kind of see the kid grow up too,
Yep,
grow up, and you're like,
yep,
damn, yeah, good shit
yep.
for you, man. You know, I'm glad to see that. And part of you're like, man, can I
Hmm.
do that? But I don't know, like, right?
No,
You're like,
it is cool to see like your players go out and do fucking good somewhere.
yeah,
Whether it be your own local or
yeah.
somewhere else,
Hmm.
like for example, and fucking start getting top 8s.
Hmm. And I remembered it right now. One last thing I want to ask before we go to frame one questions is, I just have a word here. It just says Drac.
Drac.
Yeah.
Oh, and probably should follow with mom.
Yeah, Drac. Drax mom.
Shout out,
Oh, shout,
shout out to Drac's mom.
hey, yo, shout out to Drax mom. Drax, Drax dad too. Oh, bro, when he had the freaking tag there with Drax mom, dude. Oh my god, I was dead, dude. I even put that at the credits of the video too. At the end, you can see Drax mom. Man, our memes are godlike. You know, Drax mom.
And then only us understand that shit.
Yeah,
That's fucking
Escalera.
hilarious.
Escalera kind of
Escalera
evolved.
was fucking funny at main stage because no one knew what the fuck we were talking about,
Escalera. Oh,
except for
dude.
IE.
Yep.
Did you
And
catch the clips of the commentators? Or like, what the fuck is the ladder?
no, I
I
didn't see
forgot who
him.
was commentating,
Oh, you
but
got.
we
Yeah.
were hyping up Razo and Larry for their doubles match, and we
Mhm.
were just holding up the Escaleta, and every time we get a chance at the camera,
Oh, I have
and they're
like.
like, yeah, and they're like, what does the ladder have to do with any? They just didn't get
They
it.
didn't get it, but it's
That shit was
fine.
fucking hilarious.
Dude, I remember that because I think you or Ema was holding the card next to me, and I was looking at the camera just like,
Oh yeah, just me mugging it.
I was me mugging it. No, not even blinking, dog. And then you guys hold the
Yeah,
ladder card right here. And then I have that as an emote now in my Twitch chat. There's an emote of
nice.
me with Stanley Escalera just.
Hell yeah,
It's
serving
great.
them.
It's great, dude. I have a previous guest that's gonna be coming out soon. Now we're talking about the Escalera meme and the where it came from and how monumental it was to them as a member in the community. So, how is the collaboration relationship with BYS and OMFG? Because I think that's something
Oh,
people
dude,
see.
it's a lot of love. So I've been knowing them for since Pixels
Hmm.
when they were little plebes trying to barely getting into the club and stuff, and they found out about my tournaments.
Hmm.
Uh, I've been knowing those dudes for a cool minute, and we always had like I guess the same mentality when it came to like tournaments
Hmm.
because they started out too like kind of not doing normal tournaments. Like they would do
Their
like
own thing, like backyard smash.
it was kind of like for fun, but like it was still competitive. But they didn't really take themselves. They didn't take the tournament seriously,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
guess. And like that's kind of how I started too.
Hmm.
And I guess from day one we kind of met eye to eye on like stuff for like when it came to like the tournament scene and stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
wanted to
Yeah.
do things differently than what everybody else was doing.
Hmm. Definitely, especially at the time before when it was like JV3, MTM, um, UTG, Ultimate Tier Gaming. Uh,
Mm,
I always saw them three, and then BYS was kind of like its own outlier on the side.
yeah.
You know, like they were an org and they were definitely a group, but it didn't play by the traditional ways of like the
Hmm.
others did.
And it was kind of like what we were doing at Arcade Wednesdays, but like I guess in a different way because
Yeah,
they were doing it in people's backyards and
you're doing it.
fucking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fucking go to any of them,
Ah, dude, backyard
but
smashes went hard, dude.
I've
I loved
seen
it,
videos and shit, and definitely had FOMO.
man.
Definitely to this day, still have FOMO from not
Yeah,
being able to.
man, it's a shame, dude. But hey, you never
Yeah,
know. They might bring it back in the future sometime. I kind of miss that. Nowadays, you see a lot more like big venue, professional venue
yeah. I
locals.
kind of like a lot of like the house like stuff kind of
Kind of fizzled out now.
disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know, but I kind of miss going to a random backyard of someone's house and like competing. I don't know. Part of me, like, I guess it hits close to home because that's how we grew up in it. You know, that's how we
Hmm.
started initially.
Yeah.
I remember it was
And
like
yeah, yeah.
I'm hip. I'm hip battle gaming arena. I remember that. It was his
Oh yeah,
backyard.
yeah.
Who else? Oh,
Yeah,
Fonzie.
I've been to a couple of those fun. Yeah,
Fonzie's Battle on Bennett, Rumble and Rialto, so many others too. Oh,
mhm,
Dank's Backyard Beatdown. I don't know if you ever been
yeah.
to his. That was dope too. I missed that one too. That was awesome. So like a lot of those backyard tournaments, I feel like have kind of disappeared, and now we have like a lot more like venue
More like a kind of like in a more professional setting,
professional.
I
Yeah,
guess.
and since we grew up,
Yeah,
I guess, but you know,
yeah.
I kind of want to. I think myself, I would be interested in like hosting like a backyard one. Just have a backyard one. You know what I'm saying? Plus,
Hmm.
it's kind of safer for COVID. I'm just saying, you know, because you're in an outdoor area.
You're outside. Yeah,
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 I'm just thinking that out loud. But besides that, I kind of want to ask this too because I feel like a lot of people are wondering what is like the professional relationship with BYS and OMF? Are you above them? Are they above you? Or just equal collaboration type thing?
So how this collaboration started was uh I know with everybody once COVID hit, everything kind of shut down.
Yeah.
Like I think we were like the last ones to
Hmm.
do an actual tournament,
Yeah,
and
GL.
then
I
the
remember
next
that.
day,
Yeah, GLS.
and then the next, it was before it was even called. I think. Oh no, we did start calling it GLS,
Yeah,
and then that day, everything shut down.
yeah.
Like they shut down, closed down everything.
Hmm.
So we were like the last one to do
The tournament.
a, PR tournament, I guess,
Yeah,
and
I
then
remember that. Yeah,
everything
that was
shut
the
down.
last one. Red Fox and
And
Spanky
then
did too.
yeah, so we everybody went to online
Hmm.
Wi-Fi tournaments, and I kind of like I kind of dabbled in Twitch streaming because everybody's I guess kind of moved to Twitch.
Everyone was streaming.
What Yeah,
I.
whether it be like Wi-Fi or video games, or in my case it was like DJing as well.
Hmm.
But I don't have the time and patience to set up any other shit.
It's a lot.
And
It's a lot.
but so me and BYS have been talking for a while, but we wanted to do something like like a collaboration of some sort,
Hmm.
and whether it be like apparel or something, because like I said, like we've both had the same mindsets since the beginning about everything, and like we were always cool. So we ended up coming up with the idea of I've never been able to stream any of my tournaments from anywhere, from whether it be Arcade Wednesdays or
Hmm.
GLS before pandemic,
Yeah.
and I never, I guess, had the equipment or anything to make that happen. Like we had all the the tools there, like internet and stuff. But like I never. It was a one man show before.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
just me doing everything, setting up, running tournament and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't have, I guess, enough manpower to do like a stream on the side too.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up uh, coming up with ideas when we come back to uh, to host tournaments, to do host tournaments on Twitch, but through the Backyard Smash, because they ended up having a big ass following during COVID. And, like they had like their Tuesdays and Thursday streams, and that was getting super popular. And so we ended up coming up with an idea. I was like, well, you guys have this part down, and then I have this part down. Why don't we combine all our resources and make an event like bigger?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Is that what Game Labs kind of like post COVID happened, or?
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened after once we were allowed back after COVID kind of ended.
Well, yeah, after like the strict quarantine had subsided and people, there's kind of letting people come back, but under regulations and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we ended up reopening. We were able to open earlier, and we had all the safety. We had all a bunch of regulations and like we had safety protocols in place. But right, like, I think it was like the week before we were supposed to open back up, they shut down everything again.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's right.
Yeah, so once and then we had like negative feedback because they didn't know how.
I remember that.
Everyone started talking shit.
Everyone was like, "You want to bring it back? What the heck?"
Yeah.
You know, I remember that.
But like, I guess people didn't know what I guess what we had in store or what we had.
Or what you guys were planning to do to prepare, you know, like to separate the monitors and shit like that.
Yeah, so once we did open, like we had split screen or not dual monitors for everything, and we kept tournaments small. So like if you didn't sign up, you weren't getting in.
It was like 16 back then, right?
Yeah, it was 16 per. But we were running it Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, that's right.
And I guess we all combined it into like a league. So all those little tournaments ended up being qualifiers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember I was one of them. I was one of them.
Yeah, you were in there. You took one of them. And like it ended up being like a cool little idea that we just kind of came out of COVID.
That was cool.
Where like we kind of adapted and we kind of like, it was kind of like a it was by design because of COVID. Try to keep everybody safe and keep tournaments small until we were able to expand.
So you kind of adapted to the environment and made something new out of it, and honestly made something memorable with the whole like circuits and top, first place of these tournaments goes to a final bracket, or the next one you did was top 3 gets put into a bracket now, and I made one of them, I remember. And you did those just on Thursdays. It was just Thursdays, and then Fridays.
Thursdays and Fridays.
Yeah, and then Fridays was like the official tournament, like the actual bracket.
No, originally it started just Thursdays and Fridays.
Oh,
we
really?
did it for.
Oh, that's right. It was 2 of them. That was right.
Yeah, we did it for 8 weeks, and like you could either enter Thursday or Friday, and then but you could only qualify once. And for Thursday or Friday.
I remember that.
So we ended up doing 16 mini tournaments. And ended up pulling 16 players out of that, and then we did like a ultimate finals.
Yep.
With the top 16.
I remember that. That was really, and I like the kind of creativity you guys brought into doing something like that, because I didn't come in TOing at that time. I came in 2021, already a year.
Yeah. As a competitor. Yeah.
I was like, wait, did you start this in late 2020, right? I believe so.
We started mid 2020.
Right, mid 2020. Yeah, I didn't start doing RTF or my tournaments until May 2021. So I was out there some time already, and people got used to COVID and everything, and you're doing your thing.
No, it was mid 2021 because 2020 we were all gone.
Oh yeah, 2020 was all online.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And in mid 2021.
And it was like towards, I think either beginning or mid 2021.
I think at the beginning, because I don't think I did RTF at that time when I qualified. I didn't. I don't think I was in RTF at that time. I don't remember I did, but yeah, it's like seeing you guys collaborate, you and BYS. It seemed like you guys helped each other out right there a lot.
yeah, so that came about like I said, like we wanted to collab with something, we didn't know what, but we knew we wanted to do something together, and we ended up coming up with like, hey, like you're good at this thing, I'm good at that thing. Let's put these two things together and make something great.
Yep.
And that's how GLS, I guess, evolved
from from pre-COVID to you doing pretty much everything with no stream to now collaborating with BYS on this weekly event you guys host, where one does a stream and all the production value, and while you handle the logistics and the actual event organization of the whole thing. That's very commendable, honestly. And you don't see a lot of that often. You know, I'm calling myself out, include on that. I do the streaming and I do the event organization. I do all of that myself. All this stuff here, this all equipment I use for streaming, and then I also get the logistics for the event. It's tough. You know, if I had like a different person help me out with that, obviously it'd make it 10 times easier.
If I had the time to figure all that shit out, I probably still wouldn't do it. Like,
I mean,
it's tough. Like I don't know. It's just,
to each their own. You know, like I could easily. I'm sure I could easily like go out and find someone to help me out with it, and it'd be fine. But I guess for me, I don't mind doing it, but it's a personal thing. It's like for me, it's like second nature to me. I've streamed myself so many times. I've helped other people with their streams. I make my own graphics. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, really, of everything. I can do whatever you need.
And for me, like I did dabble in like Twitch DJing for a bit, but like it ended up being more work than I wanted to put into that.
Yeah, definitely. I know my friends like that who do that as well. It's a lot of production. It's a lot more than you think.
Yeah, it is.
You just connect and that's it. It's a lot more things.
And because like I wanted to do, because like I was doing, because I do video DJing. So not only do I play the music, I play the music videos that go along to the music.
Oh, okay.
So I was incorporating all that into my Twitch, like so it was just me DJing the music videos, and it
didn't work out.
Nightmare.
You're like,
I don't want. Because not only am I dealing with the fucking music videos, I'm dealing with scenes to change the scenes of the backgrounds, and you're
just like, I don't play music, you know.
Yeah, I did it for a couple times, and I was like, I'm good on this.
I tried. I'm chilling. No more.
This isn't for me.
Hey, and at least you tried it out. You figured it out, right?
Yeah.
So
I figured it out, but it's just like I don't want to keep up with this.
Hey, the fact that you tried is the best thing because now you know. So,
it's more respect to you guys to be able to do all that on Twitch and everything. Like, it's utmost respect to you. Like, major props. Don't want to do that shit.
You know, I respect the people that do it.
Yeah,
it ain't for me.
It's not for me.
Good shit to you, dude. That's great.
Like, you guys do amazing work, and like it's not just fucking turning on the camera.
Yeah,
it's a lot of like background shit that you have to take care of.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure a different episode I can get more into why I think so, but I just enjoy it, and I just leave it at that. Before we get into frame one questions, though, I do like to say thank you, GEO, for being in the lab episode, season 3. I do appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me, and just to talk more about yourself and your experiences as a TO and everything. So, just thank you so much, dude. I really do appreciate you taking the time out.
No, I appreciate you having me. I'm fucking honored that you want to talk to me about this shit.
Hey, man, you right now, after COVID, about all the work that you've done, people will be asking me, why did you get GEO? And I'm like, you know, you guess as good as mine. But I wanted to. I was like,
because he fucking sucks. No.
I mean,
he's ranked 237.
Why
would you want to interview that guy?
Bro, he lost the typical for a controller, dog. And then
Notorious is banned.
Notorious is forever banned. You know, Noto is
frame one.
Noto's not banned, but Notorious is banned.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Boyd and Chris. Shout out to Notorious.
Question 0. Notorious is banned.
Question 0, dude. That's funny, dude. Oh, that's such a good question. But anyways. All right.
Why is he banned? He just banned.
You don't ever ask why. You just.
Yeah, no.
You didn't qualify.
I didn't make the rules. It's the venue rules.
You didn't qualify.
You didn't qualify.
That's how it is. But anyways, let's get into these frame one questions. GEO, are you ready for these?
Fuck it. Let's go.
Let's fucking do it, dog.
Right, hold on. Let me get a beer.
All right. Overall, what has been the best IE local in your opinion?
Um, IE local. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say Arcade Wednesdays?
Hey, say that. Hell yeah, you can. Arcade Wednesdays. Aside from yourself,
All right, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Aside from yourself, who's another great TO that you come to respect?
My man Dan Listoo right here.
I swear it wasn't purposely going to choose me. I didn't know he was going to choose me. He couldn't say anybody else in LA or whatever. Rabbit, I don't know who else, But he said me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Choose competing or TOing.
TOing. Can't. I fucking suck.
That's
I still don't know who my main is. It used to be Zero Suit Samus, and they fucking nerfed the fuck out of her, so I don't know what to do in my life.
Hey, man, it's okay. You can stay with TOing. There's no main for that. E-Man or Drac?
Fuck. Can I just have both of them in three-way?
E-Man. With consent, hell yeah.
Let's go. Drax lips, E-Man's butt. Can I combine?
That's fine. You can do that. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. What's the best drink at Game Labs?
Right now they have the Smash menu. Kirby's are pretty fire right now.
Kirby's are pretty fire. Y'all get that Kirby one. Y'all hear? All right. What's the go-to place to eat after a long local?
My house. I got food here.
Ya tenemos frijoles en la casa. You already know, bro.
Saku ramen was a bad choice that one night.
but when we went though, that shit was lit.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
Yeah, shit was fun.
R.I.P. Joseph.
Dude, Joseph was slurping on that freaking man. Oh my.
All right. R.I.P. Joseph's ramen.
Dude, they didn't survive, and it's funny because he doesn't remember any of that. It's hilarious.
That's amazing.
He's like he said he went to sleep after taking that shot, and then he woke up after leaving Saku Ramen, and then being like, "Where am I? Oh shoot, and
we all had the video evidence.
Mm-hmm. He was a homie that night, man. Okay, so pre-COVID IE or post-COVID IE, community wise.
Post, I think.
Post, definitely. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people have been following guidelines and shit, and people wearing deodorant.
Yeah, that's too. That too. Wearing deodorant.
We haven't had really smelly people after COVID. Before COVID,
yeah, it was
different story. We had like one or two stinkies, at least every event. But
so true, dude.
After COVID, I think people started showering and washing their hands.
Man, go to IE drinking buddy.
Whoever's at Game Lab.
If you had to choose one.
If I had to choose one, fucking Bird Person. He's always down.
Bird Person's always down. That's
Shout out to Bird Person.
Dude, shout out to Bird Person indeed. Okay, so TOing or DJing?
Right now it's gotta be TOing.
Makes sense.
Where I'm at in life.
Before, I'm sure it might have been DJing before.
Talk to me 3 or 4 years before pandemic, it probably would have been DJing.
Before it was DJing. And last one, what's the best Drek meme?
The one that we made with fucking Chapo's sons, and we put it next to each other.
Dude.
And then some fucking Mexican meme account picked it up and fucking posted it to like 10,000 people. No, 100,000 people. And we're like, oh shit.
Oh, shit. Yo.
And he had like fucking 30, 40 followers after that shit. Like right off the bat.
Dude. And he was like, bro, fucking El Chapo's gonna get me, dog.
It's a tie between that one and then the fucking when we put them on a candle.
I thought the candle one too. That one's my favorite, dude. The fucking candle. You can light it up and freaking bless yourself, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. That's funny.
There's more to come. There's more to come.
Oh, we're looking forward to it. All right. Those are the frame one questions. They're kind of slow, but I enjoyed it. It's whatever. The answers are still
I'm not a competitor, so I'm fucking slow. That's why I suck.
And exactly, his point is proven right there.
I've been hitting them on frame 10. I'll be moving like fucking Bowser and Ganon.
Dude, for real.
Put together.
Dude, for real. And I'm talking like Super Smash Bros. Brawl Ganon or slow ass like freaking old dads again, bro. Like straight up, you be
Yeah.
moving like that, man. All right, Geo, that's it. That's the free one questions. That's the video. Thank you again, bro. I appreciate you, brother, for coming on the show, talking to
Man,
me.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, my pleasure, man.
Oh, congratulations! Are you getting your master's, right?
Oh, I'm going to get my master's as well. I got the acceptance letter.
Congratulations to getting picked up.
Hey, dude, I got picked up by not a sponsor, but I got picked up by a school. Hey, I got the sponsor letter, dog. Yo, OSU, Ohio State University.
Oh, you get to put the tag in front of your name now.
Hey, that's true. I'm on Smash EG, OSU,
So,
Dan Listoo,
yep.
bro. Straight up, dog, I'm excited. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. And again, like I said, thank you for your time, for coming on the show. I'm really hyped to have you on season 3 amongst a bunch of other great people who are coming on.
Thank you. I want to give a shout out to you. I don't know if I can speak for others, but like we've been enjoying these podcasts. We like your I guess perspective on the IE Smash in general,
Yeah.
and this shit is cool. Like just giving a voice out, giving IE a voice. I was happy that you brought it back. I found out about it a little late,
Mm-hmm.
but I ended up listening to all the fucking podcasts
Oh,
back
yeah?
to back.
Dude,
Yep.
thanks. What was your favorite episode?
And,
what was kind of like the one you enjoyed the most?
Fucking the Draken E-Man was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, BYS. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the origin story was pretty cool.
Oh my god, they went on forever on that. And I loved it. I was like, oh shoot, because I always wondered the background. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, me too. I never got a chance to go.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Djing always took my weekends, so
Yeah.
I never had a chance.
Definitely, and now I hope that people after they watch this one or listen to it, they know more about GEO. You know, the TO GEO, Arcade Wednesdays, freaking Pixels, OMF, how it started, and I hope they got that answer to them, and they're willing to come to you and maybe ask you more. Be like, hey, I'm curious. Let me come ask you, because that'd be really cool to do. Either way, thank you again. And thank you to everybody who's watching and listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube. You guys are amazing. I get all the support. I hear all the support from everybody. I'm really looking forward to the next episodes and liking who the guests are on these episodes. So if you guys continue to like it, make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube to the Simply Entertainment channel, so you guys can find more in-lab content as well as VODs and retrospective of different IE events that are hosted, mine included, as well as Geo's here for GLS. Make sure you go subscribe to BYS Backyard Smash on YouTube, because that's where you can find Game Lab Smash VODs that I edit and help them out with as well, because they really need help with that. And make sure you go follow as well In the Lab Podcast on Twitter and myself on Twitter at Dan Listoo. Geo, before we leave, where can they find you and how can they support you?
We go to farmersonly.com/OneMustFallGaming. christianmingle.com/OneMustFall.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
We also got so I'm on Instagram. I believe it's OneMustFallGaming.
Yeah.
Straight up. On Twitter, it's OMF_gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm debating about changing it, because I just really like how the number 1 MFG or MFG, number 1 MFG looks. It looks more cleaner than
MF.
Making it look like, oh my fucking god.
Oh my fucking god. That's true. And also, if you guys are interested in joining their tournaments, Game Labs, or any other tournaments they plan to host, you can find the link tree to OneMustFallGaming through their Instagram and their Twitter, and that is how you can find the Smash GGs for the most recent one.
That's where we update everything every Friday inside Game Lab.
Yep.
Game Lab Smash, and then if you guys are in town, Festival of Fights, we got a lot of amazing things in store for you guys.
Sheesh. Hey, I can do that.
Free Red Bull, free Liquid Death.
Oh man, I haven't even got my ticket for Festival of Fights yet, because I don't get those money, but like I really want to go though. Like.
Let me know. We work something out.
And that's the episode, y'all. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all of y'all, single one of y'all. Make sure you guys take care of yourself always in these trying times. Peace, love, positivity. Do your part. Take care of yourself. Geo, again, thank you for being on the show. And catch you guys in the next episode. You guys take care. Have a great rest of your day.